Johnny Radio. Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. And it's a busy Monday. Tons of NFL to talk about. Great day, the National Football League yesterday for some. Others, not so good. We'll talk about the backup quarterbacks who are tearing things up. We'll talk about Kadarius Toney. Can't catch the damn ball. And a whole lot of NFL around 12 o'clock today. We got Hardwood because it feels so good at 12:30. We've got Terry Davis. We're talking Tigers. And I will have to say, Terry Davis joined us at 11:30. We're going to talk about that Tiger basketball game on Saturday. That was the best crowd that I have seen for a Tiger basketball game in some time. It was electric in there. It was just a hell of a basketball game. Tigers should be ranked in the top 25 today. I sure hope when the AP top 25 comes out, they are in the top 25. But they also have another game. Tomorrow night, they play the 22nd ranked Virginia Cavaliers. It's going down 6 o'clock tomorrow night in the FedEx Forum. If you bring the same kind of energy that everybody brought to FedEx Forum on Saturday, damn, it's just electric. It is an electric time. It's exciting to be a Tiger fan right now. Basketball is playing out of its mind. And what can you say about just, like, David Jones? Like, what is there left to say about David Jones and Javon Quinterly and just the cojones on these boys? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. David
Jones has got it walking around with a pair of brass ones. I'm telling you, dude, that dude is just absolutely filthy. The team's just going to get better. We're excited. We're talking all kinds of Tiger basketball. Now, not only are we going to talk a little bit of, college basketball, talk a little NBA action with Terry Davis as well. Ja's return is right around the corner. Are you excited about the return of Ja Morant?
Very.
Man, it's almost here, people. It's almost here. We'll see what this Grizzlies team can do. Still, the record is not very good, 6-18. But the return of Ja, the way Tripp is playing, Desmond Bane's insane, man. Who knows? We'll see what we can do. But we got NBA, NFL, and we also got to talk some bowl games, some college football. I mean, I'm looking at the transfer portal, and right now Lane Kiffin is killing it. They got the number one wide receiver in the transfer portal out of South Carolina. Walter Nolan, everybody's crystal ball says he's going to be signing with the Ole Miss Rebels, number one defensive player in the portal right now. And the thing that's funny is, you know who already has the number one portal class currently without Walter Nolan on it? That'd be the Ole Miss Rebels. My goodness, Lane Kiffin, Pete Golding, they are getting it done in the portal. Like, I mean, getting it done. So we're going to talk a lot with Jake Crane about the portal. You got Kansas State's quarterback transferring to USC. A lot of portal stuff to get to today with Jake Crane. Talk some NFL with him as well. And then in the National Football League, Dak Prescott did not have a good day. The Cowboys did not have a good day. Dak Prescott, I feel like this Sunday, you pretty much, the MVP race is gone. And it just amazes me how bad and how much different this team plays when they're on the road. Like, the Dallas Cowboys do not look like the same football team on the road. And the other thing is it's also on grass. Like, they are unbelievable on their turf, but nobody wants to play on turf because of the injuries. It's terrible. Well, the Dallas Cowboys might just want to keep it because they're just so much damn better. I mean, Dak finished the day against the Bills yesterday with 134 yards and an interception. It was crazy. And that defense, you know what the problem is with that Dallas Cowboys defense?
What's that?
They're too damn small. Like if the Cowboys have a lead, can they rush the passer like nobody else? Yes, they can get after it. They got dudes that can cover on the back end. They can defend the pass. But when your linebackers are 205 and 210, James Cook just ran the ball right down their throat. 25 carries, had 179 yards and a touchdown. He was freaking filthy. Cowboys got exposed. And all of a sudden, this team that we wrote off earlier in the Buffalo Bills, they're right there. They are right there. In fact, the last game of the year, they play the Dolphins. I know that they're down, 2 games right now. But, dude, the last game of the year in Miami, Buffalo could be going down to Miami to try to win that AFC East. They got the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Dolphins. They're going to win their next 2 games. I think it's going to all come down to what happens in Miami. And then Miami Dolphins, man, I don't know anything about them. They just trip me out. They got beat by the Titans at home, and then they go and boat race the Jets. I mean, boat race them. The thing is, though, this Dolphins team, they have the Cowboys, the Ravens, and the Bills. I'm right now projecting. I think the Bills end up winning the AFC East. Dead serious. I just think it's going to happen. Well, it is that time of the day. It's a Monday, so we talk to the best in the business on Monday because we want to get your week started off the right way. He is Jake Crane from Crane & Company. He's also a movie star. What's up, Jake? How's life this morning?
Man, going great. Just rocking and rolling.
Just rocking and rolling. Man, I got to, me and you talk a lot of college football. We're going to talk a little NFL today, but I just also wanted to get it. I don't know how you feel about necessarily the transfer portal or how you feel, when it comes to the way coaches effectively use the transfer portal. I look at Oklahoma right now. They have no offensive line. They've lost their quarterback. They got to go play Arizona. It seems like a complete mismatch when you lose your whole offensive line and your quarterback. But then, I'm just kind of like wondering when you see this happen during the bowl games, is this good for fans and good basically for the programs?
Well, look, I mean, I think it's harder on the coaches. Obviously, now you're having to re-recruit your own players to keep them on the roster, and it's kind of a revolving door of new guys coming in that are trying to buy into what you're doing, and you don't want to turn it into just a mercenary situation where everybody's just there for 1 year. Because, look, I mean, roster management, even with all the changes in college football, is without a doubt one of the top 2-3 most important things you can do as a head coach. This just makes it tougher. Now, when it comes down to how you use the transfer portal, I think it depends on the circumstance of where you're at in your coaching tenure, right? If you're somebody that's taking over a place that expects to win, that maybe has been struggling, and you have to lean on the transfer portal maybe a lot heavier the first 2 years to, give them that hope and to show progress while you're developing young guys, that's one thing. I don't think you can just rely on having a ton of turnover year after year after year and go win championships consistently or have a chance to win championships consistently. Now, if you look at somebody that may be a little bit later in it, year 3, year 4, then you just want to kind of plug holes in the ship with the transfer portal, right? You want to kind of go get guys in certain spots. Hey, we may have lost a left tackle. Hey, we may have a chance to go get a quarterback after ours graduated to get us through for a year while the young guys get better. That's when I think you're operating at kind of full steam ahead and full efficiency.
Why is it that Lane Kiffin's so good in the transfer portal? Is it the collective that he has that just has more money than everybody else? Right now, number 1 in the transfer portal. They just landed South Carolina's Juice Wells, number 1 wide receiver in the portal. A lot of people think Walter Nolan's heading down there, and again, they're already the number 1. What is it about Kiffin? Is it the cash or is it Kiffin?
Well, look, there's places that have a lot more money than Ole Miss. Not that Ole Miss is broke. I think it's 2 things. I think Lane is leaning more from an NIL standpoint on the portal than some other places. But look, I mean, Lane Kiffin nowadays, I mean, you look at Ole Miss, kind of the way that they're trending with what they're returning. I think that's a big deal that people don't talk about. Getting Jackson Dart back, there's no questions at quarterback for Ole Miss. So if I'm a Juice Wells or I'm a receiver or I'm a tight end right? I want to go play with a guy that can get me the ball because that's going to determine my future. I can't do it by myself. And then you just got to give credit to Lane Kiffin, as a recruiter. I think he's kind of found a niche a little bit. But you combine all those things, and we'll see how it goes, right? If he's going to run this experiment out, and it's been working for him here lately. So we'll see with this much turnover if he can do it. That's why when Deion was doing what he's doing at Colorado early in the year, I was like, there's a lot of new head coaches that are kind of rolling their eyes because now everybody's going to expect, well, you can just go to the transfer portal and get brand new players and win. I still don't believe that's the best way to do it, but we're going to run this experiment out. And Lane Kiffin's doing it for sure.
Lane Kiffin is definitely getting it done right now. I know people in Oxford are excited. Across the country, though, Lincoln Riley on the other side, side of the fence. My man lost 5 of his last 6 regular season games. They fired their defensive coordinator, Alex Grinch. Caleb Williams has opted out of the bowl game. And the only good news I can say anything about USC is they are trending to land Will Howard, the Kansas State quarterback.
Yeah.
Is USC and Lincoln Riley the right fit?
Well, listen, I think Lincoln Riley's a good enough football coach where, he, as long as he's able to bring his style, he's able to call the plays, he's able to set it up offensively like he wants, they're always going to be good on offense. That hasn't been the problem for Lincoln Riley. It's been defensively. He's gotten to a point, even going back to Oklahoma, where they can't get past a certain ceiling because they can't stop anybody. And finally this year, you never like to see anybody get fired. Well, there's a couple people that I don't mind seeing getting fired, but you really never want to see anybody getting fired. But Alex Grinch, you had to move on from him. So, with the adjustment that he's made on his coaching staff, is that going to help him more, or is it going to continue to be more of what we've seen in the past? And at some point, is this just who Lincoln Riley is? Just a guy that's going to have a really good offense that's not going to ever be able to get over the hump. It's not like Oklahoma's a small program. It's not like this is year one at USC, and you've had Heisman winners at quarterback left and right, yet you still haven't been able to get over the hump. I tell you what, if they don't win more than 8 next year, and that includes going into the Big Ten, you're going to start hearing some chirping about Lincoln Riley.
Man, I definitely think you will start hearing some chirping, and it's crazy, man. My dude has, he gets people with the Heisman Trophy, doesn't he? He can handle that.
If I'm a quarterback, I know the Malachi kid went in the portal, but you knew that was because they had somebody, whether it's Will Howard or somebody else. The quarterback business is a good business to go play for Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, it is. It is. But getting back to a couple of specific bowl games that I've already kind of pounded, gotten a little bit nervous because I basically did it when I found Oklahoma's offensive line was done. Do you like Arizona being a 3-point favorite over Oklahoma with all the people that have departed?
You have to say yes, right? I've watched the Jackson Arnold kid, the young guy who I think can end up being a pretty good player, but he's not ready yet. Will this time in between, kind of be able to get him to be more competitive a little bit when he's in there? It's one thing to practice, it's another to play in the game. But I think if there was a team that didn't want the regular season to end, it was Arizona. Nobody was hotter than those guys down the stretch, and I expect them to continue. You haven't seen a lot of opt-outs from Arizona. The reason for that is they still view themselves as underdogs. They want to get to that 10-win mark. I think they're going to want it more than Oklahoma, and you get a chance to beat a big brand, right, as you're going into the Big 12 to replace Oklahoma, who just left the Big 12. I was surprised, Jed Fish, you didn't hear his name even a little bit more with some of these openings, even though there wasn't a ton. I like Arizona big, man. I tell you what, I like Ole Miss against Penn State, too.
Man, I do, too. I was going to ask you about that one. You already made me feel better. There is one other game that I kind of look at, and it's basically because it's the line. Missouri's a 2.5-point favorite over Ohio State. Do you think is Missouri going to take care of the business in the Cotton Bowl?
They may hammer them, Johnny Radio. Look at Ohio State right now. They have a whole recruiting class in the portal.
Yep.
The top guys aren't going to, Marvin Harrison, those guys aren't going to play. This is huge for Missouri. You talk about a momentum builder going into next year when there are no divisions, when you have a schedule that's about as light as anybody has in the SEC. You return your quarterback, who's a really good player. You return your best overall offensive player in Luther Burton Jr., and then you beat a big brand like Ohio State. Listen, they won't care that Ohio State had players opted out. It's you beat Ohio State. 30 years from now, it's not going to be like they beat Ohio State. Remember Missouri beat Ohio State? And with all those opt-outs? No, it's going to say Missouri beat Ohio State. I'm going to tell you right now, going into next year, if you were to say, all right, give me two teams outside of Alabama and Georgia that could play each other for the SEC championship, Ole Miss and Missouri's right there, man. They're literally right there.
Man, that is great news for all the Ole Miss fans that are here in Memphis, of course. And me, since I'm a big guy.
Look, no guarantees. I'm not predicting it yet, but, I'm connecting the dots early.
Man, I like it, though. I mean, it's just the fact that, like, to be an Ole Miss fan right now, the hope that they have around their program going to 12 next year, it is real. It's palpable. Everywhere I go, it's like, hotty. So.
For sure. Yeah, everybody be coming out of the woodwork now.
Oh, yeah. It's wild. Now, I got to switch gears a little bit and talk about the National Football League. Dude, yeah, I mean, the NFL is wild. One thing I just.
Drunk.
It is. It's crazy. Why can't the Cowboys win on the road?
I mean, look, you know what it looked like to me, and I'm not making excuses. I mean, the Cowboys got pounded. But it looked like one team has already clinched a postseason berth, and the other team has to win out to be able to have a chance to do it. That's what it looked like to me. But when I look at the Cowboys, man, the reason I don't trust them, and to be honest with you, outside of, I guess you could say the 49ers, who do you trust in the NFL? How much do you really trust the Ravens, if we're going to be honest, right? Like, I'm sitting over here looking, I don't trust the Cowboys because of Dak Prescott in the playoffs and on the road. We know how he folds like a cheap tent. The Eagles, with Jalen Hurts being beat up, they're a different team, right? The Chiefs, even though I'm never going to sleep on Patrick Mahomes, they don't look like themselves. It's just, man, it feels like this year there's really maybe one, maybe two teams that you can really, really count on. I mean, the Raiders get shut out 3-0, then drop a 63-piece the next week. I mean, it's just insane.
It is insane. And by the way, think about it also the insanity. Joe Flacco got a win. Jake Browning got a win. Baker Mayfield got a win. What other backup? Case Keenum got a huge win. I mean, it is absolute. Damn, the Panthers beat the Falcons. I'm wondering, and again, we are in Memphis, Tennessee. Fred Smith and FedEx, huge. Arthur Smith is obviously Fred Smith's kid. But, bro, Arthur Smith and the Falcons losing to the Panthers yesterday, that's just a terrible look on him.
Yeah, it's not a good look, but the best part is you're super rich either way. Like, I mean, if I was the Oval started FedEx, we'd go for every fourth down. Like, oh, no, you fired me. Oh, no. Hey, Dad, can I get $1 billion? Like, I would be the most analytics, the card. Are you kidding? It's full Dan Lanning 24/7 if that's me. So it's hard for me to feel bad for him, but I was happy to see Bryce get a win, with what he's kind of had to deal with, and CJ obviously being kind of the belle of the ball with what the Texans are doing. I was glad to see the Panthers get a win. But goodness gracious, man, the Falcons, it's just like an ugly fight in that division.
It is. Now, speaking of being ugly, man, Kadarius Toney's play this year has been ugly. Yesterday, ball right in his hands, drops it off, it's picked off. How much more rope is Andy Reid going to give him?
Well, I mean, at some point, man, I'm having to check your phone, look at your DraftKings, what's going on? It's just, but the tough part, Johnny Radio, is sometimes you'll see that flash, right? He'll make those couple plays where you're like, all right, it makes sense. But then he'll take two steps backwards. I mean, at some point, when you're hurting the team in crucial moments over and over again, you have to stop getting put in crucial moments over and over again. But you look at the rest of the Chiefs. I mean, there's not a whole lot out there right now, if we're going to be honest.
No, there isn't.
Thank goodness Rashee Rice worked out.
Man, you ain't lying. Without him, that would be a terrible receiving core. Tonight, though, we have a big game, man. I'm excited to see this one. Eagles, Seahawks, Philadelphia 3.5-point favorite. That defense is terrible. They're switching DCs. They can't stop anybody. Seahawks, we saw what they did Thanksgiving to the Cowboys. They made it a hell of a football game. It's in Seattle. Any plays that you're leaning towards tonight?
Man, I thought you were going to say the big game is the Old Dominion of Western Kentucky here at 1:30. Huge one tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Man, I tell you, like I said, the NFL is so crazy. Part of me likes the over, but I don't feel super confident really in any of the sides or the totals. I'm looking at the touchdown scores. I mean, Kenneth Walker at plus 140. I mean, I don't know how many the Seahawks are going to score, but I feel like him coming off that oblique in this game against the Eagles, Kenneth, even in college, tend to play better against better competition. I don't think it'd be crazy to take Kenneth Walker at plus 140. But if I was going to buy anything, I would. I mean, I don't know how you don't take the Seahawks at home plus 3.5. I know the quarterback situation hasn't been beautiful, but they're kind of different up there, and this team is somewhat physical. Give me the Seahawks plus 3.5 at home, and give me a Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown score at plus 140. Hit my James Cook anytime touchdown score yesterday. That was at plus 115. Almost put some money on Christian McCaffrey 2+ touchdowns at plus money. Should have done it.
Damn. It was close, though. But, hey, man, you got that Cook. Cook dominated yesterday. That Cowboys, man, they can rush the passer, but they're a little bit light in the butt when it comes to their linebackers, 205.
Well, that's the thing. If you want to keep coming up field hard like that every single play, like it creates gaps, and backs can feel it and they can find it.
Tell me what you're going to be doing on your show all week. I know today y'all did a little bit of is this Saban's last year talk. What you got coming down the week?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, look, it's still a ton of football. We got college basketball going on. Tom Luganville's going to join us tomorrow. We're going to preview a couple more of these big bowl games. Taking a lot of live calls right now. We go live each weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central. Got a live chat as well. We're on Rumble now too. And yeah, man, if you haven't seen Lady Ballers, check it out on Daily Wire Plus.
Man, Jake, thank you so much for your time. Be blessed and just have a wonderful holidays and to more continued success.
Oh, man, you too. Hope you guys and everybody out there has a fantastic Christmas.
Man, he is Jake Crane from Crane & Company. Make sure you check him out. I like to watch their show on TV. Put it on the YouTube. It's easy. Sit there in the morning. They cut it up. I steal a lot from them. You know what I mean? It's some pretty good stuff. So check it out. Now, we are going to switch gears.
What are you going to talk to Terry about, John?
I don't know. This Memphis basketball team, maybe.
What about them?
How they're going to be in the top 25.
Not how they're going to be, how they are in the top 25, John. Memphis, number 23rd in the updated top 25 Associated Press poll, right behind tomorrow night's opponent, Virginia.
So,
Ole Miss also at number 25.
Virginia's 22.
Correct.
Memphis is 23.
Correct.
Rebels are 25.
Correct. Wisconsin's at 24 if you wanted to just go 22, 23, 24, 25.
I got you. I had no idea who it was going to be, so I didn't even have a chance to guess. But we are talking about this amazing Tigers basketball team next with Terry Davis on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, everybody, if you're ready for a new Silverado, All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch has financing down to 1.9 or up to $10,000 cash. Plus, make no payment for 90 days, and your good credit deserves it. Look, I'm out here at All-Star Chevy looking at all these red tags, Tahoes, Equinox, Trailblazers. Families love the Traverse with their third row seating so you can do more together. Christmas, holiday trips, what are you doing this New Year's Eve? What are you driving? Military, teachers, college students, healthcare, you all get an extra $500 bonus. And if you want a certified pre-owned Chevy or any pre-owned, All-Star is loaded up. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with two of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Five Ash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
There's an institution in East Memphis that I love talking about. It's the Spirit Shop at 4848 Poplar Avenue, right down the street from Clark Tower, and it looks like a log cabin. It's been around Memphis since 1969 with a family-owned, friendly, knowledgeable sales staff that is just a wonderful place to go. I love going in and talking wine or bourbons, and they've got such great selection. So if you've not visited the Spirit Shop in a while, it's been remodeled. You'll love what you see when you need spirits. Tell Eddie Wollo said hello.
Kevin Harlan here from Westwood One, and coming up Monday, it's the Seahawks hosting the Eagles. At 10-3, quarterback Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia have seen their hopes for the top NFC playoff seed put in jeopardy with back-to-back losses. Now they travel to one of the toughest road settings to face the Seahawks. Join me and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner from Seattle for Monday Night Football.
Right here on Sports 56.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers Stay Hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. I like putting parlay bets together, hammering the overs, and anytime player touchdown bets always have me on the edge of my seat. So if you're ready to do the same, visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. It expires 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your buddy Johnny Radio. I'm here with Mark, the owner of Dyer's, out in Collierville's historic town square, where they've been cooking up them burgers since 1912, the old-fashioned way. Mark, what's going on in life? I see you got your 4 kids with you. What do they love about Dyer's?
Man, they love everything about Dyer's. They love all the great food that we serve, and they really like eating our good food and watching some of their favorite sports.
Braden, what do you like at Dyer's?
I like a bacon burger with fries, a milkshake, and with a Tigers game in the background.
Carter, who's your favorite football team?
The Carolina Panthers, and just with some macaroni with that sounds amazing.
My man Beckham, what's your favorite food over at Dyer's?
We like the double cheeseballs.
Kinley, what is your favorite dish over at Dyer's?
Daddy's cheeseburgers and the Dallas Cowboys game in the background.
Just remember, everybody, bring your family, bring your friends, bring your team out and eat at our place.
So head on over to Dyer's in Collierville's historic town square.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to the little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. And man, the Tigers got a big win this Saturday. They beat the 13th ranked Clemson Tigers 79-77 in front of a packed house down at FedEx Forum. They couldn't shoot the three, but guess what? They still got the dub. They forced 15 turnovers. They only had 6 turnovers themselves. David Jones is that dude, finished with 22 points. And we're going to talk some Tiger basketball with Terry Davis. TD, how's life?
What's going on, my brother? Were you in the house Saturday?
Man, you know I had a unbelievable weekend.
Okay, good.
Went down to the game.
Uh-huh.
The game was amazing. Best crowd I've seen in FedEx
Great
Forum.
Atmosphere.
Best damn crowd in FedEx Forum for a Tiger game in a long time. It was electric. The game was awesome. Even though they couldn't hit a three, And I mean, it was just great. Partied that night downtown. Yesterday,
Wow.
yeah, a little 6-1 in the NFL. So yeah, it was a good weekend, buddy.
Man, give me some good gifts under the tree for some people I know.
Yup, that's exactly what Chaz said the other day. She's like, "I'm so glad you're winning."
Winning.
Now, speaking of winning, the Tigers got a big win. I mean, that was a huge, hard fought, crazy, awesome basketball game. What'd you learn this Saturday?
That this team does whatever it takes to win a game. They do not believe in quitting. They don't believe in giving up. When they went down 10 early in the first half, they quickly went on a 5-0 run to get it back to where it needs to be. They got some dogs in this team. They got some guys that fighting for what they want to have, and that's a win at any cost. And they do it. And that's one thing about this team. The chemistry still ain't there, but it's getting there, according to Penny. You know, these guys play well together, and once they find out each other what their best spots are, they got another level to go to.
Yeah, they do. I think you're 100% right. I mean, you kind of saw it a little bit when Quinterly hit that pass, that back cut to David Jones.
Woo!
That was so damn pretty.
Or the back cut to Jordan.
Or Jordan. Yeah, man. By the way, Nick, man, telling you, man,
I told you.
I like him. I like him a lot.
I told you. Nick would not move any needle, but he does all those little things you need him to do. And when P.J. Hall was trying to go off, he was putting that elbow in his back and trying to do whatever to do to slow him down. He does those little things, and it won't get written about.
Man, the other thing when you talk about little is the little guy, Jalen Young. He played 17 minutes. He's starting to find himself a little bit. When Penny came to him in the second half, I mean, he played a lot of meaningful minutes. And damn it, he's playing good basketball right now.
He's playing great basketball. And what I tell you his role was last week, to give Quinterly a blow when he needs it. And that 10, 15 minutes is great when he needs it. Then when Quinterly come back in, he's fresh. He don't have to overdo it or make dumb mistakes because he's tired. Because he's fresh at the end of the game. Unlike Clemson. Clemson only played 7, and they showed it because they couldn't hang with Memphis depth.
No, they couldn't. The big boys for Clemson, though, I also thought, that's a big team down low. Tigers, shorthanded down low, won't be very long with Naquan Tomlin coming. But that's what impressed me is the rebounding, the fight. They didn't back down from anybody.
No, they didn't, and they played hard, and that's that never quit attitude, man. It's that we're gonna do what we have to do to get what we have to be, and they know where they need to be because these next couple of games, you got to win. Going up to conference, and you can't lose no more than 2 games in conference because they don't want a 8-9 seed again. They want to be a 4 or 5 seed going into the tournament.
Man, and they definitely have that opportunity. Again, they got Virginia tomorrow, huge game. By the way, did you see they're ranked in the top 25?
Yeah, but that don't move the needle for me. That don't mean nothing. The only thing that means something to me is come March when they seeded.
That's a good point. Now, Tigers did get that win. How do you win the game like that when you miss 22 3-pointers?
Teamwork, defense. They shot horrible, but they turned Virginia over. They sped Clemson up. They made Clemson play out of their style because Clemson is a half-court team. They made them play outside the half court.
How are you worried about Walton, who had an unbelievable hot start to the season? Talk about a man whose shot still beautiful. Like 3 of them went down and came out. What's going on with Jaquan? Is his confidence still going to be there?
Yes, he has because if you look at what Jaquan does, he plays great defense. He makes sure that the offense is still flowing, even though he's not a point guard. He's making sure that everything is in his right place. He's taking some good shots. He's actually moved in. He scored 10 points, so he's not scoring the way we wanted him to score, but he's slowly getting it back. So if he can get back to where he needs to be and become a hardcore closer, then the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that worries me a little bit is, he has 4 games where he did not make a 3-pointer, missed every one of them. The Villanova, Ole Miss, A&M, and then this Saturday against Clemson. He's shooting 25% on the year when he was a 40% three-point shooter last year.
It's crazy. Even the pros have bad years. Because when you look at the guy at Memphis, Luke Kennard, last year he was shooting the lights out. The start of this season, he couldn't buy a bucket. So it just goes right. That's one thing about shooters, man. Sometimes it's there and sometimes it don't. But one thing for shooters, you always shoot because eventually it will come back. But he did make the big three-pointer to win a game for us. So he made it when he needed to.
Yeah, he did. And, this team, by the way, you talk about their defense. He got on the floor. Yesterday you saw them actually diving for balls on the floor. Saturday you saw them diving for balls on the floor. They're just playing at a different level, their intensity.
Right. They playing with March intensity right now because they know this is the time to shine because, the A&M game, the Clemson game, the Virginia game, the Vandy game, you can't slip up on any of these games. And if you come out this undefeated, man, it's just going to raise your flag even higher.
With the addition of Naquan Tomlin coming, how does this take this team? Does this give the potential for this season? Like, does this kick it up an extra notch?
I think it levelizes it with if Brown doesn't come back. Because, Brown
ain't coming back, is he?
Let's
be real.
But I'm just saying, what Penny had projected Brown to do, if Tomlin can come in and do that, then that maintains the goal for Monday Night Lights. Because he can rim protect, he can rim run, and he can score at the post. Because one thing about Brown, he didn't make himself available to score at the post. He was throwing up hope shots, like I told you. He wasn't doing any fundamental shots that had a chance to go in. And he wasn't rebounding. So if Tomlin come in and just rebound and protect the rim, that's all the Penny needs them to do. Because they got scoring on every level.
Shoot, he's a guy that can finish and he can run the damn floor.
Right. Exactly. So, like I said, hopefully we'll know soon about Tomlin, being eligible, because it shouldn't take too long for the president over there to say, okay, you admit it, because it's going through the president. He's going to say, okay, sign the paperwork and do whatever you need to do, and get the transcript to make sure you graduated, go from there. So that shouldn't be hard to do.
No, it shouldn't be hard at all. Now, tomorrow night, they play Virginia.
6 p.m. Early tip.
Yep, get down there, bring the same kind of intensity you brought on Saturday. That crowd will be electric. My question, though, with Virginia, this is a defensive team. They like to slow it down. Tony Bennett is, you know his style. Can the Tigers speed up Virginia like they did Clemson?
Yes, because they got good guards. And one thing about getting sped up, you get sped up and they'll know you're getting sped up because how you speed a team up is you put a press on them. Then you make them, make their blood pressure go a little bit higher. And then before you know it, you're going faster and faster than you thought you were planning on going. That's how you speed a team up.
Man, speed this. If they can speed up Virginia tomorrow night, it'll be huge. But they definitely are going to need to shoot better than 15% from three-point line if they want to get that dub tomorrow night. You agree?
Hey, Johnny, at the end of the day, whatever it takes to win, if you shoot 8% and you win, at the end of the day, the only thing they look at wins and losses. So if you do the necessary thing, if you beat them by 30 and score 8%, that doesn't matter. You just need to win the game. So you need to do whatever you need to take. If that means out-rebounding them, making them have 22 turnovers, or shoot 90% from two-point range and 0% from three-point range, you just got to do what it needs to take to win.
All right, now I got to switch gears. We've been talking all about this Memphis Tiger basketball team. Rightfully so. They're amazing. What's going on with them Grizzlies?
Hey, this is like the night before Christmas, man. It's the day before Christmas. The Grizz got a game today, but Big 12 talked to us last week, and I think he got that Big 12 energy, and I think he's ready to rumble. And I think once he gets back on the floor, I know he's not going to be great coming out the bat. Because everyone else is in been in mid-season form. So I don't expect him to be right for another 3 to 5 games into the season. But once he gets in there, I think, everything, the ship will be righted. And unlike a lot of people said, I do think this team will at least to make the playoffs. And I don't even think it's a second guess on it because once they get back, they're going to play much, much better basketball.
Man, you hope so. They definitely need to. 6-18, and the biggest problem is they're 1-11 at home on the season. Now, former Grizzly Dylan Brooks, he went crazy the other night on the Grizzlies. He played 40 minutes at 26 points. Dude was filthy.
Man, Dylan Avila, man. That's one of my favorite players. But I've always respected Dylan because one thing about Dylan, he always gonna tell you what's on his mind, and he's not gonna sugarcoat it. So when Dylan came in and did what he did, he got some self gratification from doing that, beating Memphis. And said, "Look, I didn't want to leave. Y'all wanted me to leave." And he's not talking about y'all, the fans. He's talking about y'all, the management, because they didn't want to pay the tax.
Did he say something like, "That's why they paid me $80 million" or something?
No, he said all that, but the Grizz knew they had to pay some other people, and they didn't want to pay him the tax money.
What's going on with Smart?
He should be back tomorrow.
You think so?
Yeah, because he actually warmed up with the team. Pre-game, the last game Friday, and Jenkins said he's ramping up. He played 5-on-5, so I expect him to play tonight, if not tonight, tomorrow at the latest.
Who do you think has been more disappointing, Zaire Williams or
Smart.
Jake LaRavia?
Smart,
yeah. I mean, you got to be on the court to play, and all the expectations from him.
The only reason I think Jake LaRavia is still on this team is because he's owed $9 million. And Zaire Williams, both of them are owed $9 million. That's the only reason they're still on this team, because they've been trying to trade them, and they can't find a trade partner because no one want to take that $9 million salary on them. But neither one of those guys has lived up to what they did. They let a 10-day guy, come in and outplay them, and that is just uncalled for. That's just asinine, because they know they got $9 million in the bank. Even if they get cut, they can still have $9 million coming to them.
You talking about Vince Williams Jr.?
No, not talking about Noel.
Oh, Noel. Okay.
Because Vince Williams, he's a two-way.
Oh, he's been playing good though.
Yeah, he has been playing well. I like Vince.
Dude, he grabs a lot of boards, man.
He does. He grabs a lot of boards, and he hits the occasional shot. He just does that little dirt work, that gritty work that no one likes to do, and plays good defense too.
Yeah, he does. So we got Grizzlies. Ja will be back soon. Christmas is almost here. Everything's good. The Tigers have a huge game tomorrow night against Virginia. They're back in the top 25. Feels good to be a Memphian right now, doesn't it?
It feels good to be a Memphian, especially with basketball, man. The team is ranked. Everything's looking good. We got guys playing well on Sundays. It's just good to be a Memphis sports fanatic right now.
Speaking of being a sports fanatic, what's going on with the football team? You been checking in on them? I know they don't play till the 29th. They play Iowa State in the Liberty Bowl.
They start back practice today, so we out here meeting with them today in about 15, 20 minutes. So we're going to find out what Mr. Silverfield has to say for them. You got 3 guys in the portal. 3 guys in the portal and 2 going for the draft. I think the guys who are trying for the draft will still play in the bowl game. Joseph likes the center and all that, but that running back coming over, man, that's a big get for the Tigers, man. So I think it's going to be okay. I think next year it's going to be even better than this year.
Are you surprised Iowa State's a 9.5-point favorite?
Of course not, because that's Power 5 versus Group of 5. They always going to get the benefit of that.
I mean, do they not remember Memphis playing Missouri this year pretty tight?
They don't remember. Man, Vegas, man, it's all about analytics, man. It's all about numbers. That's how come I get mad at some of these coaches when they go for 4th and 1 instead of kicking the field goal and take the easy points.
Oh yeah, that's something that I saw a bunch of that. I mean, every week you watch the football, you're seeing that analytics, and it always seems to backfire when I'm watching or when I have a team.
I know, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Tell everybody what you're working on this week.
This week, man, it's going to be Return of the Ja. He comes back home on Thursday, so it's going to be a circus going to be in town.
Return of the Ja, is that what you called it?
Return of the Ja. The circus will be back in town on Thursday. Memphis going to go looking for a big win. I think they're trying to get a blue out for tomorrow night. They might not have 15,000 there tomorrow night, but at least they have long they loud and Rutgers and get Virginia off their tracks. I think it's going to be a good week for Memphis.
Man, I do too. Terry, man, thank you so much for your time. Be blessed. Check him out at TerryD515 on Twitter. Listen to him every Monday right here and read his work at the new Tri-State Defender. Be blessed, homie.
Holla.
That is Terry Davis. Now, I also want to remind y'all know Christmas is around the corner. Did you know that?
Next Monday.
Like, it's a week from today.
That's right.
You know, that means that you better have your Christmas shopping done. If you don't, you better head on down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. That's where Frontier Western Store is. You can get clothes for your children. You can get something for your wife, as they have a ladies' boutique, a children's department. They have a men's section. They have the largest boot showroom on planet Earth. Frontier Western Store down in Olive Branch, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Or you can shop online at frontierwesternstore.com. If you're going to shop online, do it now. They ship their order out within 24 hours. Bing, bang, boom. It's fast. Frontier Western Store and frontierwesternstore.com. Back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The season has changed. You know how I know? It's finally here, the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. Excellent deals on pool tables, shuffleboards, and saunas. Oh, we're just beginning. Tired and sore from shopping? Check out the huge selection in stock of hot tubs and massage chairs. Oh, and you can surprise the kids with the best stuff, like a new arcade, a game table, even a play gym. Gifts for the whole family to enjoy and enjoy together. Also on sale, theater seating, outdoor kitchens and grills, patio furniture, and fire pits. Merry Christmas from our family to yours. That's Family Leisure of Memphis. Every year we wait. They always deliver. They've done it again. The Family Leisure Christmas Sale is happening at I-40 and Whitten Road. That's 2120 Whitten Road to be exact. That's the place of shopping heaven. Family Leisure, where family and fun all come together.
All 650 acquisition fee. Sportage R723 5498 MSRP 28940. Sorrento PG 424,710 MSRP 33,010. Telluride RG 462822 MSRP 38,705. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/2/2024 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Hey, my man Jeff Allen, what's going on for the holidays over at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
It's the season of giving back at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, and I've got your holiday presents right here.
Tell us about it, Jeff.
Award-winning SUV 2024 Kia Sportage LX, $299 a month, $34.99 due at signing. 2023 Kia Sorrento LX, perfect for your road trips, $329 a month. And the 2024 Kia Telluride LX, we got it at $459 a month, all 36-month lease.
Well, you can't get much better than that, Jeff. And all Kias come with the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah. And from all of us at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah, happy holidays.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Merry Christmas from Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. We're here to make your holiday season extra cozy and cheerful. For the first 50 customers who purchase a new Carrier system or tankless water heater, we have a special gift for you. Choose from a free 75-inch smart TV, a PlayStation 5, an Xbox X, a Nintendo Switch, or a $500 gift card on us. It's our way of spreading holiday joy. But hurry, this festive offer will only last through December 24th. Enjoy a comfortable Christmas and a special present from Choate's. Because when you choose us, you're not just a customer, you're family. Schedule your free estimate today at 901-347-8086. Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Let our family serve your family this holiday season. Wishing you a warm and joyful Christmas from Choate's.
Hey,
if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
At Genesis Diamonds, we're rolling back prices and finance rates so you can get that special someone the most special gift ever. Maybe it's that pair of diamond earrings or that all-new designer fashion bracelet or that dazzling 2-carat diamond ring. It's all more affordable because at Genesis, we've got special pricing across the board and 0 interest for 5 years. So you can get that $3,000 diamond pendant and pay just $50 a month or that $6,000 eternity band for just $100 a month. Everything's included in this amazing holiday offer. All our GIA certified natural diamonds and all our lab-grown diamonds, even all our luxury pre-owned Rolex watches. Imagine that $15,000 Rolex for just $250 a month. You can even finance the sales tax. Don't let talk of rising prices and high interest rates dampen your holiday spirit. At Genesis, we're lowering prices and taking interest rates down to 0. Get that headliner gift they deserve and make your money go farther than ever. Merry Christmas from Genesis Diamonds at Poplar and Perkins Extended. On approved credit, see store for details.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. Big thanks to Jake Crane and Terry Davis who joined us early. We talked about how Tigers are back in the top 25. They're at 23. They play the 22nd team in the country, which is Virginia tomorrow night, 6 o'clock from FedEx Forum. Ole Miss, by the way, is in the top 25 as well. Chris Beard and company are playing out of their mind. And Lane Kiffin is the portal king. Got the number 1 wide receiver in the transfer portal, the wide receiver from South Carolina, Juice Wells. And now it's, a lot of things are looking that the number 1 defensive player in this class, Walter Nolan, is also going to sign with those Rebels. We do need to talk a little NFL. We're going to talk a lot of NFL on the other side. This is not necessarily NFL. This has to do with 2 brothers. Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh. You remember when they played a game against each other? They both were coaching in the Super Bowl, San Francisco and Baltimore.
And the lights went out.
It was such a good game. The Ravens won. 49ers did not. Jim Harbaugh, now at college in Michigan, having 2. Imagine you're the mom and dad. You have 2 kids who are coaching in the Super Bowl. That's impressive.
Very.
But would this be more impressive? If John Harbaugh wins the Super Bowl this year and Jim Harbaugh wins the national championship, would that be the greatest accomplishment from brothers in the history of the world?
That'd be pretty good, John. Yes, that would.
Like, I was thinking about this. The way that Jim Harbaugh is mired in controversy, not liked very well by anybody that's not a Michigan fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's not beloved like his brother John. But, dude, if he does get the natty and his brother gets a Super Bowl, like, is there any brothers that ever, that's ridiculous.
That'd be pretty good.
That would be pretty nasty. Now, we are going to talk a lot of football on the other side because we got to talk about the games that actually happen. The play on the field. We got a game tonight as well. Eagles on the road playing the Seahawks. We got to talk, though, all things football on the other side. But I have to tell you hungry? Man, I know I'm hungry. I am hungry, and I want some barbecue. We live in Memphis. The best barbecue in the world is here in Memphis, Tennessee. And the best barbecue in Memphis, Tennessee is at Central Barbecue. And the thing is, if you can hear my voice and you want some ribs or some pulled pork, some shoulder, some smoked turkey, some pulled chicken, barbecue, nachos, wings, turnip greens, all that good stuff, if that sounds good, well, good. Because there's a location around you. If you're downtown, they got you covered. If you're in Midtown, 2249 Central. If you're out here in a little bit north, don't forget 4375 Summer. The new Poplar one, 6201 Poplar Avenue, the blue one. And then they even opened one in South Haven at 6547 Getwell Road. If you can hear my voice, you can be at a Central Barbecue in like 10 minutes at the max. Central Barbecue, where smoke is their sauce. Don't forget, you can also go to eatcbq.com. You can get some catering done. You can also ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. Central Barbecue, smoke is their sauce. It's all about the National Football League on the other side. Hardenwood at 12:30. And then we're going to close out with some bets. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78. That's Lamar. And the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
If that sound gives you nightmares, there's a cheap and easy way to avoid engines not firing. Stable, America's #1 fuel stabilizer, ensures quick and easy starts after storage. Stable's proprietary formula keeps fuel fresh for 2 years, outperforming competitors. Pour Stable in your gas can or directly into the tank of your car, truck, hybrid, boat, ATV, motorcycle, or lawnmower to prevent fuel-related engine problems that cost time and money. When you store, start with Stable.
Whether it's date night, a birthday, or just because, raise a steak in celebration at Ruth's Chris. Open in the Regalia Shopping Center at the corner of Poplar and Ridgeway. Treat yourself to one of our classic USDA prime beef steaks, seasoned and broiled to perfection. Then serve sizzling hot on one of Ruth's signature 500-degree plates. Visit Ruth'sChris.com to make a reservation. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Memphis. This is how celebrating more is done.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket, just like our customer Jaron.
I'm the singer and guitarist in a band, and I use my Cricket phone for everything. It's basically like another band member.
Don't miss a single beat. Switch today and get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Real customer paid for testimonial. Must bring your number to Cricket on up to a $60 a month voice plan depending on device. Select models only while supplies last. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Cricket 5G requires a compatible device and is not available everywhere. Fees, terms, and restrictions apply. See store for details.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
It's the hometown Memphis Tigers taking on Iowa State in this year's AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Plus, Memphis music legends, the Bar-Kays, will be there performing the music that made Memphis, and you'll want to be there too.
Everybody say, So Bigger! Say, So Bigger!
It's all happening Friday, December 29th at 2:30. Get your tickets today by calling the AutoZone Liberty Bowl at 795-7700. The Tennessee Highway Safety Office reminds you that fans don't let fans drive drunk.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
That is one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. We talked a lot of Tiger basketball earlier in the show. Talked with Terry Davis. Tiger basketball is looking good. They're back in the top 25, 23rd currently, and they have a game tomorrow night at the house. They're playing Virginia, who's currently 22nd in the country in the polls. Big game. Can they speed up Virginia, who likes to play at a very snail pace? I hope so. I sure hope so. Before I jump back into the NFL, though, I did want to ask you something, Mr. Dacus.
Okay.
You cover the Tigers. You were all up in the Tigers business. How do you feel about, like, where emotion out of it? Is this by far the best team Penny's had?
Yes. Easily, yes.
Not even close, is it? Mm-mm. Has Penny ever had anybody like a David Jones? I can't think of anybody who has been this. I mean, listen, we saw Dre was at the house on Saturday.
Sure was.
It was awesome to see Dre.
It was.
He is a guy who fought tooth and nail, did everything that's right. But David Jones, his game is he grabs rebounds, he plays defense, he drives to the lane, he shoots the three. He's not afraid to muscle up with anybody else. I mean, he does so many things well on the basketball court. It just don't even make sense.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Yeah, I mean, just like you said, I mean, every aspect of his game, I think, is really impressive. And, obviously coming from the Big East, you knew he would have some toughness to him, and he's shown that. Not that DeAndre wasn't tough. DeAndre was very, very tough. But, no, I think David Jones is certainly up there. I think you could definitely make a case he's number one.
He's just a more polished scorer.
I think so, yeah.
Certainly. And he's just awesome. I love it. But I'm kind of curious. Do you think, though, who is the most important person on the court, though, Javon Quinterly?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, because you got to have that leader at the point guard position. And, I think it took him a couple games to get comfortable, but it looks like he's kind of finding his way with these guys. And obviously, when you put that many guys together, it's going to take some time to mesh. And so the fact that the Tigers have played this well pretty much all season long with this many new faces is probably the most impressive part of everything.
I mean, it is. And the thing is, this team has come to play every single game except for Villanova.
Yeah. And that was
fought
day
back
3
in the second. That was the third game in a row
yeah.
down in the Bahamas. But, I mean, that Ole Miss game, Ole Miss, by the way, top 25, Chris Beard's got his team playing really well.
Yeah.
That was at their house. They lost by 3, and it was just a hell of a game.
Mm-hmm.
So far, I mean, this team they're out. They're doing everything. The one thing is, though, the recent lid on the rim from downtown is the only thing that's given me a little pause.
Sure.
Like, I mean, they won the game. They shot 15%. They missed 22 threes and still won that game.
Well, I think that's what, even though I think, fair to have some pause, I think that's what should give you some, excitement about this team is that they don't have to rely on the three ball as they can beat a top 25 team, a really good Clemson team, and shoot so poorly.
If they can beat this Virginia team tomorrow night,
that'd be huge. I mean, that'd be massive.
It would be so big. Because have you looked at their schedule after Virginia?
Yeah, it's not very good.
It is weak.
Yeah.
You got Vanderbilt, Austin Peay, then you start conference play. You got Tulsa, SMU, UTSA, Wichita State, South Florida. Like, damn, man. Like, it's like this team could go on a hell of a run.
They could.
Shoot, I think they are. I think they will. I think they're going to do it.
I'd love to see it.
I would too. Now, David Jones, do you think he's is there anybody right now playing better than him in the country? I mean, Zach Edey looks pretty damn good over Purdue. There's some dogs, but what he's brought to this Tiger team with all the new faces and all the transfers, I mean, he's put this team on his back in certain spots, especially the first half last week.
Well, I saw, and I don't know if I can find it, I saw that this was last week, so I was hoping I could get like an updated list for you, and I'm going to try my best. But I saw that, KimPom, which is very analytically driven, that sort of thing, yada, 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 does like a top 10 players or top 15 players in the country in terms of like MVP of the season. And last week, David Jones was in that list.
Wasn't he the National Player of the Week last week?
He might have been.
Yeah, because
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was.
Well, that's great. I was curious
His
if I could find
performance against Texas A&M and VCU, those 2 games, yeah.
I was trying to see if I can't find it fast enough, but he's up there, and which is, when you're top 10 on KimPom, and that's advanced stats. That's unbelievable to be to be somebody at Memphis and kind of in that group of guys. Because even Kendrick Davis was unbelievable last year. He wasn't ever in the top 10 for this list.
Man, if the Tigers get the win tomorrow night, by the way, just if you're counting, that'd be 3 top 25 teams in a row.
That's right.
They went down to Aggie Land, beat up on A&M, took care of business at Clemson. Tomorrow night, I love it. I think Tony Bennett's team's going to be in a little bit of trouble. I think this is the real deal Holyfield. Now,
I think so.
I got to say, we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit of NFL now, but I did want to remind you, it's the holiday season. You're going to see your friends, your families, and all your loved ones. Make sure you celebrate, and celebrate with the best spirit around. Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's good old USA vodka. It's crafted and distilled in Austin, Texas. That's right here in the United States, down in Austin, man. And it's 6 times distilled, then distilled in classic copper pots. Gives it a very unique flavor, slightly sweet with a black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or you're drinking it neat. Get your Tito's on today. NFL football from yesterday. It was a wild day in football. Like, it really was. Like, the fact that the Bears and the Browns game was so good that the Browns came back and stole that one from the Bears. And the Bears still, I thought, were going to win the game because that Hail Mary hit David Montgomery right in the chest.
That was crazy.
And let me tell you something. For a moment, I cried.
Really?
Just for a moment. My largest play I've had was on the Browns, and I got so lucky to win that game. I had the Browns in a money line.
Oh, I see.
And it was ridiculous.
Wow.
I didn't think I had a chance, man. It was 17-7. Browns were looking terrible offensively, and then all of a sudden,
Joe Flacco,
baby. Freaking Flacco. Do you know how good Joe Flacco's been since he's taken over?
John, he's a top 10 quarterback right now.
Yes. You heard, by the way, yes, you heard Dacus correct. Joe Mother Bleepin' Flacco. This dude, 3 starts with Cleveland, averaging 310 yards per game, 7 touchdown passes.
That last drive was unbelievable yesterday.
That was. It was a Joe Flacco special.
Sure was.
But think about it. He's got 7 touchdown passes in 3 games. Do you know how many Desmond Ridder has on the season?
I don't know. How many?
10 in 13 games.
Yikes.
10 in 13 games. My man Joe Flacco, who's old as dirt, can't move back there. By the way, if you put pressure on Joe Flacco, he can't move. He gets very happy feet. Overthrows balls. Looked terrible. The Bears were all getting up in his business. And then all of a sudden, that offensive line started to protect a little bit. They are on their 3rd left tackle, by the way, the Browns are.
Wow.
That defensive front is nasty. That defense is good. But, man, that offensive line needs some work. But Joe Flacco still taking.
Real deal.
I still can't even believe it. But speaking of the same game, Justin Fields, is he showing you enough to where you don't want to move on? Do you really want to move on and bring in a Caleb Williams?
Good question. Good question, John.
Justin Fields, I thought he played good yesterday. He made some plays that I can tell you right now Caleb Williams couldn't. Remember, he was running to the right and then running back to the left, and I don't know. It's just, I just feel like Justin Fields, the poor guy. His number 1 wide receiver is DJ Moore.
That's right.
Cole Kmet, his tight end, is probably his 2nd best weapon on the team. Get him some weapons. Give him Marvin Harrison Jr.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm moving off of Justin yet. I really don't. And I just don't. I think actually it would probably be better for Justin's career if he was.
If they moved off.
Like if they moved off of him. Because I don't feel like they're doing him any favors.
How about we get a real coach in there?
You're not an Eberflus guy?
Absolutely not.
I am not either. I am not either. By the way, though, if you're going to talk about coaches that you're really not down with, Are you down with Arthur Smith and the Falcons? Again, I know Richard Smith. I know Arthur. I know Fred. I know I don't want to talk bad about somebody who's my friend. But damn, Arthur.
John, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Quit looking in the playbook the whole time and do me a favor and actually try to coach your team up on the sideline.
He is. Every time they show over him, he's looking
just
down
looking
the sheet.
Dude, if you want to be an offensive coordinator, be an offensive coordinator.
John, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this game because it's pouring down rain. I mean, nobody wants to play in that type of weather. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
With a better run team, with Bijan Robinson, with the weapons you have, you score 7 points on the Panthers. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's a blizzard. You cannot, man.
John, I hate to go back to Joe Flacco.
I'll go right ahead.
Right now, you can get Joe Flacco comeback player of the year for plus 1,500. I mean, string a couple more games together, he could be right there in the mix.
Damn, man. If he won the next 2 games.
But DeMar Hamlin's still minus 700. Is it? I don't want to say what I want to say.
I mean, he hasn't been necessarily the comeback player on the field, but he is alive.
I mean, has he been on the field? Like a couple times.
Times.
There was a couple. I remember a couple weeks ago when he was the 13th player on the field that lost the game for them. I mean, I'm just saying. Look, I don't want to say it because you're right, John. Like, that was a scary moment a year ago, and he's alive. God is good, but, I mean...
But Joe Flacco's playing better.
But if you see what Joe Flacco's done, I mean...
Dude, that's a great question. I like that one. I really do. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, the other thing I wanted to say, though, since we're talking quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers. Is he really getting credit?
Plus 2,500 for comeback player of the year.
No, he's not. No. But I'm just saying, it was on pace. They said that, like, this is now the rumor that's come out. They said that he's medically cleared to play next week. Okay?
Okay.
But he's not going to play because they've now been eliminated from the playoffs, period.
End of discussion.
So it's kind of like, man, I don't even know how to feel about this. Like, Aaron Rodgers is a different dude. Does he really heal that much faster than everybody else in the world? I really want to know more about this Achilles.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird... The whole thing is just weird. The whole damn thing is weird. And the other thing that's weird is if you remember, how bad was I killing Josh Allen this year?
You're killing him, John, yes.
He was a turnover machine, was he not?
He was.
He was a bleeping turnover freaking machine. But damn it, Josh Allen, let me tell you something. He's so big, so strong, got a bazooka. He means so much to that damn Bills offense. And the Bills are now peaking at the right time. The Bills beat the absolute tar out of the Cowboys yesterday, 31-10. And it was not because of Josh Allen's arm.
That's right.
They just lined up and said, stop James Cook, and the Cowboys could not do it.
We're going to run it down your throat.
And they ran right down their throat. And everybody's saying this is one of the best defenses historically. They're great against the pass. They're great when they have a lead because they got a bunch of dudes who can rush the quarterback. You also got guys on the back end who intercept the hell out of the ball. But your linebackers are so light. 205 and 210, your 2 starting linebackers. Man, that is a fast linebacking core. But when people are going downhill on you and you can't stop them, and every single time they run the football, they're picking up 4 or 5 yards.
Yep.
I don't know, man. And the weird thing about it is how is it that Dak Prescott is so good when they're playing in Texas? And then he is so pedestrian when they leave.
He's thinking too much about his kid. Not close enough.
I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it's amazing. I mean, this is a team that went out. Remember, they went out to Arizona and lost to the Cardinals. They went to San Francisco and didn't get beat.
Got murdered.
They got embarrassed. 42-10. It was a whipping of all time. Then they went to Philadelphia. Very good game. They kept that one tight, but still ended up losing. And then we saw what happened yesterday. We saw what happened yesterday. They went to Buffalo and got destroyed. Their only wins on the road are against the Panthers and the Chargers. That's it. And those are two pitiful teams. The Cowboys, listen, have you been paying attention to the standings?
I have.
Can the Cowboys go on the road and win? No, they have to win home field advantage. And if Philadelphia wins tonight and moves to 11-3, you look at the remaining schedule for the Eagles. I'm just saying, man, you got Seattle tonight, then they finish with the Giants, the Cardinals, and then again the Giants. They win tonight. They should win their final 3 games.
Yeah, but nobody walks into Seattle and just walks out with a win.
No, it's a tough place. It is a tough place. It is a definite, it's a juggernaut. But look at the Cowboys. They got to go to Miami next week.
Yes, they do.
Then they come home and they play a Lions team who looked damn good yesterday.
That's right.
Saturday. And then of course they finished the season at FedEx Field playing the Commanders.
Dub.
And you would say a dub, but hey,
dub.
If you're going to let it all hang out, might as well let it all hang out in the last game of the year. That's just kind of a sneaky one. I'm just saying, I feel like the Eagles are going to get this. Like they're going to win the NFC East. And when they do, that means Dallas will have to go on the road for all their playoff games. And what did we talk about? This team can't win.
Can't win on the road, John.
They cannot win on the road. So, yeah, Cowboy fans, I guess you're rooting hardcore for Seattle tonight because if you go on the road, you ain't winning jack.
I've never been a bigger Seattle I'm a Kraken fan. I've never been a bigger Seattle Seahawks fan than I am tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a big Cowboy guy.
I am.
Man, what did you think about that pitiful performance yesterday?
You know, I like what Jake Crane said about an hour ago. It looked like one team that's playing for their lives and another team that had just clinched a playoff berth 10 minutes before the game started.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Bo Marchant, who we'll talk to tomorrow afternoon. We talk to him every Tuesday at 5 o'clock, talks to NFL with me and Brett.
Bo tears it up.
He has been saying every week when he comes on, he either quote tweets or replies to our tweets with who he thinks will be the Super Bowl matchup. And for at least the last 3 weeks, maybe longer than that, he has had the Bills out of the AFC. So Bo's been on it.
Man,
shout out Bo.
Who was it? I was listening to somebody on you and Brett's show last week. And they went out there and put a big bet on Buffalo to win the damn AFC East.
Might have been Bo. It could have been either Allen or Bruce on Friday.
I will tell you, though, whoever did it is looking like a genius right
now.
Yeah,
I know Bo's really big on Buffalo. We talk about it every week with him. We're like, why do you still have Buffalo so high? He's like, I'm telling you, like, they're a good team. They're gonna put it together.
I'm telling you right now, 8-6. They're 2 games behind the Dolphins. But the Bills' remaining schedule, to me, is setting up perfect for them. They get the Chargers, the Patriots, and then the last game of the year, they go to Miami, and that could be for the AFC East. Because this Dolphins team, we talk about Dallas Cowboys being bad in certain spots. The Dolphins are terrible when they just play teams that have a winning record. They got smoked by the Bills. They got smoked by the Eagles. They got smoked by the Chiefs. They got smoked by the Titans somehow, and they're not even good. I mean, they didn't get smoked, but damn it, when you lose to the Titans, that's pathetic. It's terrible. And what do the Dolphins have next week? Well, they have a Cowboys team that's probably going to be pretty angry. The good thing for the Dolphins is the Cowboys have to go to Miami. And we know the Cowboys are not that good on the road. But the Dolphins don't beat teams with winning records. What's going to give? The Dolphins beat a good team with a winning record, or the Cowboys can win on the road against somebody not the Chargers or the Carolina Panthers? I don't know. And if you paid any attention to last night's game, Lamar Jackson, I know Brock Purdy is the favorite, but I feel like him and Christian McCaffrey are going to steal a little bit of a love from each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson, while his numbers don't look like Brock Purdy's, Brock Purdy don't have the right. 12 carries, 97 yards yesterday for Lamar Jackson. Made some miracle plays. He made the Jags defense look stupid and silly. Lamar Jackson, man, I kind of like him at plus money, possibly for an MVP. All he has to do is stay healthy. They're right now looking for home field playoff throughout the playoffs. And their remaining schedule is brutal, though. They got to go to San Francisco. That's Christmas Day, by the way. Merry Christmas. Have fun playing San Francisco right now. That's where they go. I can't wait to see that game on Christmas. Baltimore and the 49ers. The best from the AFC and the best from the NFC. It's going to be filthy, but after they play the 49ers, then they got to play the Dolphins. But they do get to close thing out with the Steelers, and the Steelers are just terrible football play. Just a terrible football team. Terrible. Offensively inept. Never get it done. But, man, the one person who is getting it done, how much money is Jake Browning making himself?
A good amount.
I mean, damn, dude. All he does is win. They came back and won that bad boy in overtime. Did you know the Bengals scored 21 points in the fourth quarter? They had 3 points through the first 3 quarters of the game. They were awful. And then all of a sudden, Jake Browning got hot. And, man, when he got hot, he got hot. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. T. Higgins had 2 damn touchdowns. Just throw it up to T. He's coming down with it. Big game by Browning. And I will have to say, though, Nick Mullins from Minnesota actually looked pretty good throughout the game, except for he had 2 terrible interceptions. Like, Mullins was cruising. If you look at his numbers, man, he had 303 yards, 26 of 33. He had 2 touchdowns, but he had 2 terrible interceptions. And that's what opened the door for the Bengals. That's what they needed. Door open. The Bengals jumped right through that bad boy. Oh, man, the NFL. It continues tonight as we got the Eagles and the Seahawks on the road. My man is a huge Hawks fan. And if you look at the playoff race, again, we got 3 weeks left. Ravens sitting there pretty at the top of the AFC at 11-3. But when you get down to the wild card, dude, the AFC has 4 teams right now that are 8-6. The Bengals, the Colts, the Texans, and the Buffalo Bills. All fighting for those final 2 playoff spots. It's gonna be entertaining down the stretch. I can tell you that much. Now, it is almost time for us to take a little bitty break because we're doing a little hardwood on the other side because it just feels so good. But I want you to experience the taste of Italy at Little Italy's newest location in East Memphis at 6300 Poplar Avenue. They have great Italian food, the best pizzas, lasagna, pasta dishes out the frame. Their calzone is out of control, man. You can pick your meats and veggies. The cheeses are perfectly melted. It is delicious. Again, they're at 6300 Poplar, hidden in the back of the corner of Poplar and Massey. East Memphis, Little Italy brings Italy to you. You order 18-inch pizza, go in there, say, hey, I want that 56-cent bottle of Chianti. Yes, a full bottle of Chianti for 56 cents. You just got to tell them. If you don't want alcohol, say, I want the free dessert. 18-inch pizza. Bing, bang, boom, you get some free stuff. Check them out. It is Little Italy East. Now, we got to take a time out because Hardwood's on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, everybody, if you're ready for a new Silverado, All-Star Chevy right here in Olive Branch has financing down to 1.9 or up to $10,000 cash. Plus, make no payment for 90 days, and your good credit deserves it. Look, I'm out here at All-Star Chevy looking at all these red tags, Tahoes, Equinox, Trailblazers. Families love the Traverse with their third row seating so you can do more together. Christmas, holiday trips, what are you doing this New Year's Eve? What are you driving? Military, teachers, college students, healthcare, you all get an extra $500 bonus. And if you want a certified pre-owned Chevy or any pre-owned, All-Star is loaded up. If it's not here, just ask Jeff and he'll find it for you. And Kevin and Jeff and everyone here at All-Star Chevy asked me to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, it's not South Haven, not Mount Moriah, Bartlett, or Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy today or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
How's the Christmas shopping going? Yeah, that's what I thought. But Frontier Western Store will make it a lot easier. Everyone loves something from Frontier. They have thousands of coats, shirts, and boots. Outfit the entire family today. Looking for a Carhartt beanie? Frontier has every color they make. You'll find a whole wagon full of beanies. You'll also run into the largest selection anywhere of in-stock Carhartt and Ariat jackets and coats. They have endless aisles, an astounding collection at amazing prices. Don't forget the boots, work boots, and dress boots from Rocky, Dan Post, and especially Ariat. Frontier is the place to shop for name brand boots at the lowest prices every day. Way lower than chain stores and online. Thousands of boots in all sizes for men, women, and children. Not sure what to get? Frontier gift cards are always the right size, color, and price. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, or shop online 24/7 at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Welcome to the Rendezvous.
This is John Vergas. When my dad started the Rendezvous in 1948, I don't think anyone could have imagined we'd still be serving shoulder, cheese plates, and our world-famous dry rub ribs 75 years later. But we are still here in the basement, in an alley in downtown Memphis. We sincerely thank you for making the Rendezvous what it is today. Charlie Vergas Rendezvous. Be sure to schedule your delivery for the next game at hogsfly.com or come visit us in the alley.
East Memphis Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store. It's really a customer service store. With 20 employees along with complete inventory of items, big to little, finding what you need is easy. Choosing from a complete selection of Big Green Egg as well as Traeger and Weber grills. And the Garden Center has everything for your yard. You can get glass cut, repair screens, even new keys with key fob programming. Tools, nuts, bolts, screws, you need it. East Memphis Ace Hardware has it. And they're just down the street at the corner of Quince and White Station.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. Man, it's been a beautiful Monday. Weather's nice. And we got Monday Night Football tonight. I'm excited. We're going to give you our bets on the other side of the next break. But we got the Eagles, Seahawks currently. Philadelphia's a 3.5-point favorite. Total is 45.5. They are in Seattle. I think it's going to be a pretty damn good game because, you know, that Eagles secondary is absolutely pathetic. And I don't know if you know, man, but Seahawks, they got some dudes. DK, Tyler, man, I'm telling you, I kind of like this one. I got a good feeling about this one. We'll talk about that on the other side. We got to get to a little bit of Hardwood, but I want to remind you, have you been out to Dyer's? Not the one downtown. They have one out in Collierville, people. That's right, in Collierville's historic town square. Go see my buddy Mark over there, and they have everything. Their famous burgers, their hot dogs, their chicken tender basket, their bacon cheese fries, their chili cheese fries, their homemade onion rings, their tamales, mac and cheese, grilled cheese. I'm telling you, head on over and check out Dyer's. You will thank me later. Don't forget, though, you haven't taken your kids to see Santa next weekend. You can do it one more time. Collierville's historic town square from 10 to 2 next Saturday. You go out there, get you some Dyer's, and take your kids to see Santa Claus. It'll be absolutely perfect. That's Dyer's. Go to dyerscafe.com. Check out their menu. You can even place your order online. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Man, why do weird things always happen in Florida?
Because it's Florida, John. I don't know. Something about a peninsula.
It feels like, I mean, all the crazy stories seem to come out of Florida. This one, though, really caught me off. So, this gentleman who lives with his nephew, okay?
Okay.
They live together. their relationship's a little contentious, okay? The uncle doesn't like the nephew that much.
That's too bad.
But they have to be roommates. Well, James Leach is the uncle. He has now been arrested. Why? Because he poured eye drops on his nephew's meatball sandwich. And if you're saying to yourself, does that sound like poisoning? Well, I didn't know this, but did you know eye drops, if you put them on somebody's food, you'll just poop yourself?
Gross.
Yeah. Really
Good
gross.
to know that.
But also good to know, don't do this, people, because guess what? You can be, I mean, this dude is facing charges of poisoning
Wow.
his nephew. It's insane. And he's by the way, he's busted red-handed because he poured the eye drops. So the nephew and the uncle who live together also work together. And it's on camera where the meatball sandwiches, like they get their little food delivered, he opens up his little carton, pours the eye drops all over the meatball sandwich and closes it and walks away.
Yikes.
Nephew eats it. Nephew's all goes to the hospital because he's just doing some bad stuff. Found out.
It was the eye drops.
It was the eye drops. Did you know eye drops could do that to you?
I had no idea, John.
I don't know, man.
I view eye drops differently now.
Visine eye drops are great for red eye.
Yeah.
Like if you were smoking the lettuce and your eyes were all bloodshot.
Or if your eyes are just irritated, you know.
Yeah, I mean, but what do they get irritated for? I mean, I've never had to use eye drops because I was just woke up one day and I was like, yeah, man.
Well, like if you're trying to put contacts in or something like that and your eyes get a little irritated. Like,
don't they have special lube for people that wear contacts?
I don't know, John.
I mean, is he just regular Visine?
I have no idea. They gave me some eye drops and I said thank you and I went on my way.
Good. You didn't ingest them though?
No, and I won't anytime soon after hearing this story.
Good. Hey, you know Ant-Man, don't you?
Yeah.
Have you seen himself getting himself in a little bit of hot water lately?
Yeah, he's gonna be a father, John. Maybe.
He may. Well, if it's up to him, no.
If it's up to him, no. If it's up to his girlfriend, yes.
So Anthony Edwards, his side chick is an IG model, Paige Jordan. Okay,
I've seen conflicting reports. Is it his side chick or is it his girlfriend? Because I've heard some people say it's just a girl he was, hooking up with, and I've heard some people say it was his girlfriend. Maybe. Got it.
I'm just gonna say I don't think you talk to a girlfriend the way he did. She put their text messages out on Front Street.
She sure did.
She did, and everybody's looking at them. Basically, it all has to do with her being pregnant. And she's like, I still have an appointment on the 27th. He's like, hell no, I can't do this. So now what? Get an abortion. And basically offers her $100,000. And it's just not a good look.
Right.
Ant-Man screaming how you can't force a kid on me. You can't force a kid on me. Wait, dude, I don't know if you know this, but it takes two to tango.
Well, didn't he say something like you can't force a kid into this world? Like then he tried to go like
you can't force a kid in this world.
Right, like
you can't force a kid on me.
Yeah, he was like, this cold world, you don't want to force a kid into this world.
And then she said something about how honestly I had an abortion with my son about 2 years ago and I regret it every day.
Right.
He also came back with, you don't know what it is yet. She was talking about the previous abortion she had, and that's why she doesn't want to have another one because she said she's regretted it ever since. But again, is $100K is what he offered her to.
A lot of money.
Yeah, but I don't know if you know this. She has his kid. Shoot, he's gonna be paying a hell of a lot more than $100K.
True.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
By the way, I hate to say this, bro. Never mind. I don't think I can say that.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know what you're about to say, but maybe
I was just
not.
going to say, hey, why aren't you using protection? She's an IG model. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I think I don't think it has to be that she's an IG model. I mean, obviously he clearly doesn't want to have kids, so why are you not using protection if you don't want to have kids? I mean, it's a valid question, John.
Great question. Great question. Now, do you know did you hear about Draymond Green?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
What was that? What did I do?
Called a late foul on
okay.
Jacksonville.
I saw
we
you
got the
jump
under.
up. Draymond
About
Green.
a minute and a half left.
Just a minute. Are you close?
Yeah, we just don't need him to score 11 points. So we're feeling good, but I don't know. We're starting to play the foul game. I don't like the foul game.
I hate when they start shooting those free throws and you got the under. Draymond Green it's being reported that he's going to miss at least the next
3 weeks. How about
3
that?
weeks?
That's crazy.
He's beginning counseling. He's been barred from the hardwood since December 13th. Of course, everybody knows, if you haven't seen it now, he literally fired on Yusuf Nurkic. Like, straight up fired on the dude. And then, like, I think the funniest thing is him trying to, like, explain it away.
Love it.
I mean, dude, he's 7 feet tall. You don't spin around and just throw a right haymaker by accident and hit a dude who's 7 feet tall in the face.
Yeah.
You know? It just doesn't happen. But, yeah, do you think... So, here's my question. When he's done with counseling, do you expect to see a different Draymond Green?
No.
No, I'm kind of with you, man. Like, I mean, it's just like he has to want to do this. If you force something on somebody and they're doing it just to check the boxes to get back on the court, well, then probably he's not there literally seeking any type of help.
Right.
The thing is, though, it'd be so easy. All he has to do is not fire on people, not choke people, not kick people in the junk.
Just keep your hands to yourself,
I don't know if you know
Draymond.
this. How about you just go and act like a normal person in society?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand basketball is a different work environment, but still, I don't know very many work environments outside of boxing and MMA where you're allowed to just go choke and swing on people. Wow.
Not many.
By the way, speaking of swinging and choking on people, did you see all the studs at the UFC, all the stars at the UFC fight?
No, did you watch the UFC event on Saturday?
No, I didn't, but I did see the social media. It was insane. Like you had...
I know Trump was there, wasn't he?
Dude, because that Colby Covington guy...
He's like a massive Trump guy.
Yeah, he came out in like one of those red hats, Make America Great Again.
I see.
And he's the biggest Donald Trump supporter, so of course Donald went there and saw him. By the way, I did also see a snippet where somebody put it on social media when the ring girls were, one of the hot ring girls was coming out.
Uh-huh.
Like you see Trump looking over and kind of giving the old elbow and was like, yeah, buddy, you see what I'm seeing, Holmes? I thought that was awesome. But man, they had everybody in there. What's the dude? Kid Rock was there.
Was he?
Mark Wahlberg. Theo Vaughn was in the house.
I like Theo Vaughn.
Dude. He's hilarious.
He is funny.
If you have not gone and checked out, go to the Instagram, the TikTok, whatever the hell you want, and check out some of the Theo Vaughn stuff. And he was great as a guest picker on game day.
He was really good.
He was awesome. Like, there's nothing this dude can't do. He might be one of the funniest dudes, period. But Jack Black was there. Is he still famous?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, has he done anything since School of Rock?
I don't know the chronological order of his movies, but I know like a lot of people my age love Jack Black, so I don't know about like younger generation. Like I don't know if my brother really cares for Jack Black. He's 20, so I don't know if there's like an age difference there. John, I have a couple stories for you.
I love it.
Are you familiar with Chance Camache?
How do I know that name?
Well, you might have seen him in the news over the weekend because he and his girlfriend were. I'm sorry. I should tell you who he is. He plays for the Sacramento Kings G League affiliate. So he's a basketball player. That's maybe where you know him from. But you also might know him from yesterday. Him and his girlfriend were arrested for kidnapping and murdering another girl in Las Vegas. Speaking of UFC, they usually hold their fights in Las Vegas. On December 7th, two individuals walked into the Las Vegas Metro Police Department substation to report a Marina Rogers missing. Through investigations, detectives learned that Rogers was out with a friend on December 5th and had a prearranged meeting with her friend, Sakari Harnden, and that she was going to bring her boyfriend, Sakari, was going to bring her boyfriend, Chance Camache. Since then, she was not seen. They found human remains in the desert in Henderson, Nevada on December 13th, I believe. Chance Camache, I'm guessing down in Las Vegas, maybe playing G League Ignite. murdered this girl, and then went back and I think played like 2 or 3 games after that before being arrested.
Yeah, the
How about that?
FBI arrested him after a game.
And so because John, here's the thing. I could name a G League player right now, and we would be like, I don't know who that is, because they're a G League basketball player, whatever. When I saw this name yesterday,
Wasn't he the kid? Didn't he play at Arizona?
He played at Arizona.
Yeah, he's their former center.
He was a good player at Arizona, but also played for the Memphis Hustle, John.
Oh no!
Sure did. Yep, his first stop in the G League was with the Memphis Hustle back in like 2017 or 2018.
Well,
how about that?
Luckily, nobody got murdered back then.
Yeah.
My
Also,
goodness.
John, you mentioned Donald Trump, the former president of the United States. Did you see that a car drove into Joe Biden's motorcade today?
No, I didn't. Today?
Yes. Well, I think it was like late last night. So, obviously when a president goes somewhere, there's a bunch of cars that go with it with Secret Service.
So did the Secret Service smoke the car that rode into it?
Woo! I mean, they were on him. They didn't shoot him or anything. Guy was drunk. Guy didn't even do it on purpose. Guy was just drunk driving.
No.
Ran into the president of the United States motorcade.
I gotta feel like that's probably gonna be one of the worst DUI charges in the history
Imagine
of the world.
calling your insurance and being like, hey, I got into a wreck. They're like, okay, that's fine. What kind of car did you hit? I hit one of the Secret Service
the
cars.
presidential motorcade?
Oh, and I saw the video and I was like, oh my gosh, because when I first saw it, I was like, holy cow, somebody intentionally ran into the president's motorcade. And I saw the video and they all pull out their guns and stuff and are approaching this car. And he's just sitting there like, I'm sorry. And he was cooperating. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy doesn't even know what he just did. I mean, hilarious.
Dude, that is man, that is hardcore right there. That is
Something.
hardcore. Well, we talked about Instagram models. One is pregnant with Ant-Man's child.
Uh-huh.
Another Instagram influencer, model, whatever you call them now, well, she's in jail.
Oh, for what, John?
You won't even believe this. This woman who has $2.1 million, a bunch of followers, 2 million followers,
okay,
had just as many followers. She has 2 million followers. She had more cocaine in her house than Instagram
In her
followers.
house?
She was busted at her house in Alabama. She had over 200 pounds of coke. 200 pounds.
That's crazy.
That is $2.1 million worth of cocaine.
That's
and
crazy.
that's not getting this ain't like street prices. I'm saying that's man, that is a lot of damn cocaine.
That is a lot of cocaine, John.
Dude, how in the hell did she get 200 pounds?
Who knows? Good Lord.
Yeah, well, she's in some deep trouble, I can tell you that much. Yeah. I don't think she's going to be doing... You can't do Instagram from jail, can you? You don't have that kind of access, do you?
No.
So basically, she's done. Because by the time she gets out, she'll not be attractive enough to be an Instagram model. You know?
Yeah.
So she's literally wasted her whole career.
Sure did. That's too bad.
Man, that's just crazy, though, man. I just still, listen. 200 pounds of cocaine?
It's a lot of cocaine, John.
And why is it just sitting in the Alabama suburb to her crib?
Oh, she lived in an Alabama suburb? She didn't even live in
no.
LA or anything?
No, she's in Alabama.
Interesting.
In Alabama. You must have just got your under with
Hold
the look on your
on,
face.
John. Oh, my goodness. Oh, don't go up. Don't kick it out. Let's go. All right. John, that got really scary. We got a technical foul on a player for UL Monroe. Shot 2 or 3 free throws. No! We still got it, but he dunked it at the very end. I mean, what an idiot.
Did you cover by a half?
I think we did. Tensions are flaring. Yeah, that big center for UL Monroe did not like that they dunked it at the very end. I think we got it. Let me make sure. John, do you have any other stories? Because I was going to say something.
Please go.
Well, this isn't really a Hardwood story, but we haven't had time to talk about it, so I thought I would bring it up here. Did you see yesterday Mario Anderson, a running back from South Carolina, their leading rusher last year, committed to Memphis over USC and Oklahoma?
Damn. Well, man, let's just be real. Memphis does have a lot of dudes that have made it to the National Football League at the running back. Tony Pollard, Kenneth Gainwell, Darrell Henderson.
Maybe Blake Watson gets some run for somebody next year. Maybe not drafted, but could get on somewhere.
D'Angelo was the man.
Right. Patrick Taylor.
Dude, yeah, man. Like
Kenny Gainwell.
I get it. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but you're going to be facing defenses that are not as formidable.
Right. This guy ran for 700 yards in the SEC. Could run for 2,000 in the American.
Man, he could. We have a little NFL action tonight. Don't forget, you still have one game left this week, and that's the Eagles. They're on the road playing the Seahawks. On the other side, we're going to tell you who we're picking. Don't you dare touch the dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
We all appreciate luxury. We love the newest technology. We want something that sparkles and looks great. Well, I've got it all in one place. It's called Genesis of Olive Branch, right at the corner of Highway 78, that's Lamar, and the first exit in Mississippi, that's Craft Road. Turn left and you will see Genesis of Olive Branch. And right now, you can get the 2024 Genesis GV70 starting at $49,480 with special financing as low as 3.49% on select models. How about the 2024 Genesis GV80? A little bit bigger, starting at $55,995, financing as low as 5.49% with a $2,000 rebate when trading a luxury brand. Call them. They'll even bring you a Genesis at your work or your home for a test drive. They're convinced that when you drive a Genesis, you're going to want one. Call 662-890-6684. Ask for Vinny. Genesis of Olive Branch.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5-Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5-Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5-Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5-Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5-Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo Lights, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Memphis's oldest restaurant, Colettas, was established in 1923 to give Memphians the best Italian food possible. And I'd say they got it right. They are the creators of the barbecue pizza. It was Elvis's favorite, and I know for a fact that a large will feed one person all weekend. If you need to feed several, though, Colettas caters any event. Choose from homemade lasagna, ravioli, Alfredo, primavera, and so many other delicious items you can't help but enjoy. Impress employees or clients and treat them to Colettas for lunch or dinner. Plan ahead and get your holiday party booked at Colettas. Elvis's favorite place to go eat with his buddies at the South Parkway location, and Colettas even has an Elvis room dedicated to him. Call Colettas on South Parkway at 948-7652 or Appling Road at 383-1122. Colettas. It was Elvis's favorite, and it should be yours too.
As the weather gets colder, the NFL offers Stay Hot on FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 moneyline bet. That's $150 if your team wins. If you've been thinking about joining FanDuel, there's no better time to get in on the action. The app is so easy to use. There's a wide range of betting options, spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. I like putting parlay bets together, hammering the overs, and anytime player touchdown bets always have me on the edge of my seat. So if you're ready to do the same, visit FanDuel.com/win and kick off the NFL season. That's FanDuel.com/win. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
21 plus and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $5 pregame money line wager required. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789.
It's our season of giving back at Gossett Kia on the Pike, and we've got the perfect holiday gift for you. Hit the road with 41 MPG Highway 2023 Kia Forte LXS, $239 a month, $27.99 due at signing. Get road-ready SUV Seat 7 2023 Kia Sorento LX, $319 a month, $34.99 due at signing. And 8-passenger seating in your new 2024 Kia Telluride LX, $459 a month, $34.99 due at signing, all 36-month lease. Plus, you'll get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Ask for Bobby J. He's ready to put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 650 acquisition fee, Forte RE 699,094, MSRP 21,385, Sorrento PG 242,710, MSRP 33,010, Telluride RG 462, 2822, MSRP 38,705, includes all rebates and incentives, must finance through Hyundai, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/2/2024, dealer stock only.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus. It's been a beautiful Monday in the Mid-South. This Monday, we found out the Tigers are in the top 25, 23rd in the country currently. They play the 22nd Virginia Cavaliers tomorrow night, 6 o'clock from FedEx Forum. Ole Miss in the top 25 as well. Chris Beard's got his boys playing good. We got a little action tonight, but before we get to our pick, did you hear about DeMonte Kazee? He's the safety who absolutely took the head off of Michael Pittman Jr. yesterday. He was thrown out the game. Well, now the NFL has suspended him for the remainder of the regular season and any potential postseason games. By the way, they say that he's a repeat violator. So my man is done for the season. That is just wild. Now, we have a big game tonight. Eagles need to bounce back and get back to looking like the Eagles. I have a feeling that their offense is going to be clicking on all cylinders. Jalen Hurts doesn't feel very well, but it looks like Geno Smith is going to be out, and Drew Lock's going to be playing. I don't know if Drew Lock can take advantage of that deadgum Eagles weak secondary. We're going to find out, but I'm rocking with the Philadelphia Eagles. For Bryant Dacus, I'm John Harden. Y'all get out there and make this world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Memphis, home of the blues, world-renowned barbecue, and award-winning craft beers. Now you can take a dive into these great libations with City Brew Tours Memphis. City Brew Tours Memphis offers a craft beer adventure with behind-the-scenes access to local breweries. See for yourself how craft beer is made, learn about different styles of beer, delve into beer history, and discover the secrets behind the Memphis brews. Best of all, with City Brew Tours, you will take your taste buds on a journey with beer tastings at each brewery stop, complemented by local snacks to munch on. City Brew Tours handles transportation to the breweries, too. You drink, they drive. Looking for the perfect gift idea this holiday season? Treat your loved ones to an unforgettable experience. A local craft beer tour with City Brew Tours Memphis. Head over to citybrewtours.com/Memphis and brew up your craft beer adventure today.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide our